one into the night, deep into right, way.
Moves to the right, it goes directly to Clement. Clement reverses it, and the pass goes into the end zone.
To Nick
and it's a touchdown.
He scores! Pete Prino is able to win it, and the Flyers win the touchdown.
Can he get it off? Yes! And the Sixers win it!
What is going on, everybody? As we know, I am Jake. I have Frankie right here to my left. Frankie, how are you doing today, bud?
You know what? The weather is absolutely fantastic. Horrible weather yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Monsoon.
My goodness.
And now look,
Prayers out to everybody in Mullica Hill and all the other areas affected. I mean, I saw plenty of footage over Mullica Hill, New Jersey, of houses just leveled, completely leveled. It's, prayers out to all them and to everyone who's affected.
676 was underwater.
Oh, yeah. You saw a guy on a poop emoji pool floating down the interstate.
I thought it was a glizzy. I thought it was actually on a hot dog.
Riding a glizzy.
Riding the glizzy.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, definitely hope everybody's okay. I know not long ago, my house got flooded. I missed it. We had a
after the old 100-year flood, we had
100-year flood.
delay.
Our friend Jason Voorhees, we were supposed to have on, and sadly we had to postpone that. Listen, it's like the day after tomorrow out there.
Oh my goodness, you're not kidding. No, it's absurd out there. I'm going to go ahead share this on my Facebook real quick so that we can have the most amount of people listening.
It's unpredictable. It's almost as unpredictable as the Philly season.
Oh my goodness, you're not kidding. I posted a tweet on our account today saying that we were taking 93% reasoning behind their current success. We're going to take 93% of the credit because on our last full-length episode with everybody on, we absolutely roasted the Phillies. And what have they done since that episode's been posted?
Win.
That's it. They have not lost since that episode.
Are we undefeated after the games that we've been to? No, we lost.
No.
What's our record?
No.
1-3.
We're not undefeated. I can tell you that.
Oh, that's all right. So, yeah, listen, you win some, you lose some.
Well, hey,
how do I sound out there, crowd? Can you hear me well through the speakers?
JT, how we sound out there?
JT,
Good audio.
How's it going out there?
You hear
JT and Chelsea are live right now on Facebook, by the way. Yes. Oh, this is great.
Excellent. Well, I'm very glad to hear that. Oh, of course. Oh, yeah.
There we go. Oh, man, listen to this. It's just beautiful outside. So, Phillies baseball.
Well, let me just start real quick. I got it shared on the Facebook, so I got all hands on deck now. Hand on deck. Hand on deck and on the Yanger. But we're talking about the Fightins.
They're about to be the Fightins again?
They're about to be the Fightins again. We took the fight out of them.
Shout out, we'll do a wellness check on Scoots right now.
Seriously.
Who knows how he's doing?
But winners of 6 in a row, they have scored at least 7 runs in their past 7 games. First time they've done that since 1933. Oh. And they are the only team in modern baseball era history to, in a single season, beat a team 7 times that they have been down 3 or more runs to in that same game. They have been down 3 or more runs to the Nationals 7 times this year to come back and win that game. Today, they were down 6-0. Won 7-6.
Just about to say that. You look at, like how we said, them being down. We've seen this before when we had the big win streak when we ended up going up in first place. Phillies win 7-6 yesterday. 12-6. Like, it seems like they're putting some runs up. 7-4 the game prior. They're putting up runs, and it's just. I mean, you put up 7. What would you say for the Phillies in baseball? Well, an average run total per game that they should be scoring with their power. 5.
The average run, a good offensive team, if they average 5 runs a game, that's incredible. Throughout a season. Well, yeah, but we're only talking about a 6-7 game span.
Of course.
If they can average 5 runs a game, which I believe they averaged last season, which was one of the higher in baseball, but you also had the historically worst bullpen in MLB history. So that's why they didn't end up making the playoffs, along with an Aaron Nola September collapse, which we're going to be talking about here momentarily. But if they can go ahead and average somewhere in that 4 to 6 runs per game, that's incredible. And right now, through the past number of games, they're averaging 8, almost 9 runs a game, which is just great. What do you got?
No, you're good. We'll see if anybody pops up and wants to talk or say,
Oh, excellent. Love that.
Yeah, we are live on all social medias, including my personal. So if you want to ask a question or talk, or you want to get into an argument, Buckethead is present. He is here and he's ready to do battle.
Oh,
All right?
we can't unleash the Buckethead quite yet.
No.
But we're talking about a team that just a week ago, 5.5 games out.
About a week ago.
And we posted an episode where Joey went on this huge rant going from top down. Coach went on a huge rant, going from top down, just talking about all the different issues going from, John Middleton, the old Matt Klentak, Joe Girardi, everybody, just terrible fault all around the board. Joe Girardi, huge fault in my opinion, and in Joey's. I know neither.
Come back?
No.
You've been saying it
No.
We're actually seeing highlights right now of the game. So they just started rallying and they're doing spring training jerseys.
No, I like it. I don't love the all reds, but it's still sharp. But yes, come back, win the game 7-6, in a game that they easily should have won. Like Joey said, besides Juan Soto, the Nationals are putting out basically a double-A lineup. They have very limited talent, and they really never should have gone down 6 runs like they did. And that brings us to what I had just talked about a second ago in Aaron Nola. It seems like every single year, Aaron Nola has this late August, September collapse, and this year is no different. Watching the game today, I was able to watch some of it. I was on the road for a lot, so I listened to a lot of it. It sounds like he had a decent fastball and changeup, but his curveball, which is usually his out pitch, was just gone. He had no kind of command on his curveball. He was leaving it hanging. He had none of that last tail end drop to it that he needs to be able to get these people out on it, and that's what really hurt him. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the fatigue of the whole season catching up with him here late in the year. If it's just he mentally starts thinking like, oh man, I really need to step it up, and he just can't handle that kind of pressure. But it's weird because you would think that pressure is when he's doing like a home opener or a series opener, but he usually pitches very well in those instances. So I really don't know what you can fully attribute it to, but it's getting old. You had a team last year that if they won 2 of 7, they make it the playoffs and they go 1-6 or something along those lines. With Aaron Nola losing both of his starts in that time frame, it's just absurd. I know you're looking up the box score there.
I'm looking at the box score right now. You mind if I hit you with a few stats there?
Slap me with them.
So right off the bat, Aaron Nola. This is a guy that you expect to produce, to go further in later outings. Now, obviously, with Joe Girardi, he likes to pull them out at the worst time ever. But he's going 4 innings today. 6 hits, 6 earned run, 5 Ks.
Oh, Phil over at DSM said it right there. Nola is a number 3 starting pitcher in the majors. And right now he's pitching like an end of the rotation guy.
Well, I said this before. So we got a good friend of ours, Mike Smith, friend of the show, wants to make sure that we cover a little Ben Simmons. We're going to be talking some Ben Simmons, that's for sure. So with that being said, this is a guy that they got and came up and they wanted their new Cole Hamels. I mean, let's be real here. It's exactly. I mean, I think they actually told
homegrown guy
in his contract. They said you have to keep your hair long so you look like Cole Hamels.
Yeah,
and clearly that didn't pan out. That's what they wanted out of him. They're not getting it. They're not going to get it.
No.
Exactly. You are seeing. I think he's better than what he's pitching. He should be going 6-7. I mean, realistically, he should be easily. But you're seeing four innings,
an upper half of the rotation. I mean, think about this. Let's imagine Zach Eflin doesn't get hurt, and he's most likely out for the year. Think of this starting rotation. I'll try to put it in the correct order here, but it would probably be at this time Zach Wheeler as your ace,
hands down.
Kyle Gibson coming in as your 2.
Wow.
And then you're probably looking at.
He's actually playing very consistent.
Oh yeah, he's been a great addition since we picked him up at the trade deadline. And then you're probably looking at number 3, either Cole Hamels or Ranger Suarez. But you can flip-flop them. Let's just say it's Cole Hamels. See, now you got me saying Cole Hamels. I wish.
Is it a trade or something?
I wish. Aaron Nola as your number 3, Ranger Suarez as your 4, and Zach Eflin as your 5. I mean, we're about to break out the somersaults. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, dude,
that would be an incredible top 5. But right now, you have Eflin hurt, most likely not coming out for the year. We talked about that in our last episode about just how he had the setback. You're supposed to work through this in your rehabilitation starts. But I just don't trust any Philadelphia sports medical staff. I don't. I know my man here doesn't.
Yeah, what do you think about it, man? Give me a quick take. What do you think about the Philadelphia sports, their medical team? We've seen it all the way around.
They suck.
It's awful.
They suck. It's Eagles, Sixers, Flyers, Phillies. Every medical staff.
You cannot trust them at all.
No. And you got to think, do the players trust them? When they're coming to them and saying, hey, you're good, get back out there. And the player's going to think, am I good? Because then in the back of their mind, they're thinking, I can't give it 100% because I'm going to tear whatever is kind of hampering me.
Yeah, but you don't know what goes on behind.
No, I can't hear him. Why don't you come on talk in front of the mic real fast?
We got the guest mic here.
We got a guest mic, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Come on over.
right over here.
Yeah, come on over here. Get over here.
Got the big blue guest mic.
What's your name, man? Tyrone Frankie. How are
Tyrone,
you?
pleasure to have you on.
How you doing?
Frankie, you might want to scoot a little closer to that one there.
Absolutely.
I'll try to turn that one up a little bit for you.
Frank it.
Oh yeah, but like you're saying, you don't know necessarily what's going on behind the scenes.
Correct.
But it can't be anything too out there because every single year, I mean, this year, the biggest talk about the Eagles preseason was they rarely started any of their starters. And I think a majority of that is because every time they do, they lose 3, 4, 5 key pieces on their team.
I want you to know how I felt about that.
And so this year they said, screw that. We're just not even going to play him. Can't get hurt on the bench, or at least much less likely.
I think the Sixers are a prime example
Oh, yeah.
of the doctors and the so-called physicians.
We actually looked that up last time. Some of the affiliations with some of the.
I mean, what's the track record for the doctors? You should keep the stats for the doctors.
We should. We need to. They need to be held. They need to be held just as much accountable as any coaching staff.
We do have a doctor friend. We'll have to reach out to and do a segment on this.
Yeah, we've got a couple of friends that
I
are.
mean, if you keep a stat of how many times they cleared a player, and they wind up going back out and wind up costing the season.
Oh yeah.
You know what? That's actually a good thing. That's actually a really smart play there, Tyrone. But actually talk about that a little bit, maybe on another show, another episode. Some of these medical issues with the Philadelphia teams. We should take record and see what's going on. How many players have been cleared to play? Look at what happened with Carson Wentz. We've talked about this how many times?
Sure.
When he had the back issue. And it's like they didn't even know. They didn't even know about it.
Did they know?
Well, they didn't know about they didn't know about his foot injury that he just had in
I
Indianapolis.
don't
That
know, man, because when you're investing so much money into these players, you have to know something.
yeah. Are you just
Or just
are you holding
looking it
back
over.
from them? Are you
Right,
trying to?
Well, they only tell us what they want us to know.
Oh, of course. They're not going to put anything out that's going to make them look bad.
That's what we have
That's
someone
the
on the
whole
inside
thing.
to find out.
Well, that's the whole key, yeah. But if you look at the stats as far as the physicians, then the physicians pretty much tell the whole entire story.
Liking this.
It's not
Mhm.
the players, it's not the coaching.
The
It's the
brain's
physicians.
rumbling here. We got
Oh, yeah.
fans out there. Let's give a clap for our friend here. Where are they? We got something breaking here. We have to look more into this and go behind enemy lines and talk to some of these.
Well, I mean, doctors aren't enemies. We're not.
Well, they can be.
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Well, they can be if you're taking first round draft picks,
Yeah.
second round draft picks, and they throwing them out there to the wolves.
Oh, certainly. We're looking at a second-round draft pick this past year in Clyde Edwards. Or, excuse me, why am I saying Clyde
Not
Edwards?
Clyde
And Landon
There
Dickerson.
you go.
Somebody
There you go.
just offered me a trade for Clyde Edwards, so that's what got me
I
thinking
was
about
gonna
it.
say, or maybe he's talking about you.
Exactly. Oh yeah, we know Clyde's out there tuning in. See you out there, buddy. Well, we got Landon Dickerson, who 3 of his 4 seasons in college were ended by season-ending injuries, 2 ACLs, 1 in each knee, and a serious ankle injury. What would prompt them to think we can take this guy and not worry about him getting re-injured because of our medical staff? Nothing has shown me that they're going to be able to rehabilitate. We just took a guy a couple of years ago that was just traded to Seattle. Shout out Sidney Jones.
Yes.
Oh man.
Sidney Jones.
Chance.
Sidney Jones. We took a chance on him. He was going to be before his injury. He was the unanimous #1 cornerback in that
He
draft.
didn't have the hips though. He didn't have the hips. He couldn't do
Hips
it.
don't lie.
And let me tell you something. They don't do that shit unless Shakira said it best. Hips don't lie. But when you have an injury like that, I mean, it's Achilles. You can't play it no more. I mean, look what happened with Ryan.
You never
Ryan
get
Howard.
Yeah, you never get your step back. You never get it fully back.
But Ryan, and we're talking about someone that doesn't even plant like that. When Ryan Howard tore his Achilles, ran up the first baseline, that was it.
But then you have some of the players that demand the play.
Yeah, and if you get
You
paid the
know,
big bucks,
you
you're
know,
gonna
the
get back out
pride
there
plays.
and
The
play.
pride comes into play.
Oh yeah, and I always want a player that wants to be out there giving it his all. We just have a player in Philadelphia in Travis Fulgham. that didn't want to be out there, didn't want to give it his all, and that's why ultimately he's not a part of this team anymore. I mean, technically, yes, on the practice
Yeah,
squad.
and then you had Embiid go out and give you whatever they asked. Whatever you want.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean,
No, I mean Embiid, obviously face of the Philadelphia right now, the probably number one athlete, star athlete in the city. But even you're guaranteed to miss at least 20 games a season.
sure.
Oh, you know me and you. We don't have to argue that we love Claude Giroux and is one of the most underrated sports figures in this town.
Definitely. I agree with that.
Shout out to our good man out there for handling some business for the Talking 205. Thank you so much.
Oh,
my brother.
yeah. There you go.
We'll give it the arm, the long one. We come over here behind enemy lines here, and we'll do a long arm. There you go.
There you go, yeah.
There you go. That's good enough for us. Thank you. Shout out there. The fans clapping. I hear them already. Oh, Uncle Joe.
There he is.
Oh, man. We'll be having you on. Don't worry about that, buddy.
Oh yeah, we're gonna use the old
Small uncle.
we use the
Joe,
old
there you go.
we use the old adage, don't let anybody in here. Yeah,
Oh,
you
tell
can
the
right
crowd
over here.
also.
Yeah, right
Oh,
there.
man, it's gonna be the family affair soon enough. We got Uncle Joe Donato and our number one guest, Poppy's in the house.
Uh-oh.
Man, who knows? We'll have to get the Darth Vader music for that one. With that being said, dude, great points on that one, man. Tyler, thanks so much for coming on.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, that's some strong points.
You gotta come back out here and hop back on.
Yeah, we'll have to. Sorry, are you so real quick? Well, we'll talk a little personal stuff. So, are you here for pool?
Yeah, I have a game.
Are you guys this is a championship now for you?
Playoff.
Listen, we wish you the best.
Appreciate
Kick
it,
some
guys.
ass in there.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, man.
Oh,
We'll be
yeah.
cheering you guys on.
And like we said, we're live here at the Morrells Tavern. Playoffs right now in billiards.
Playoffs.
Talking about playoffs.
Well, listen, rule number one in playoffs pool. If you're gonna walk by, just be patient. Let them.
Yeah,
play, all right?
wait until the shot's over. I mean, we're talking. It's like cornhole. You don't go walking down the
Just
alley.
walk in the middle.
Yeah, when somebody's throwing a bat.
Oh, hey, what's this? They try to do the old
yeah,
catch
exactly.
Rudy.
Exactly.
That was good stuff you had.
Look, you play to win the game.
That's what we got to do. But that being said, thank
Oh
you
yeah,
so
thank
much.
you.
Appreciate that.
Send
Yeah,
anybody else out here. We got a good conversation and a great cause.
early on. Yeah, absolutely. So, we got to touch on that just for briefly before we dive back into our little more the Phillies. He made some good points about the medical team. We should
No, great
actually
points. We both know some doctors.
Look more into that and look at some of these diagnoses. Like, is it that severe? Is it? Because it is a big question mark.
Yeah, I mean, we need to look up their track record in their teams that they're the head medical staff of. I mean, you can, like we mentioned in our last episode, you can name.
Breaking news here, man. We're going to touch on this a little later. Temple football, first game of the year. College football's back. Postponed.
Oh
Temple
wow!
will not be playing this weekend.
Does they say a reason why?
I don't see exactly why. Also,
you would have
Wentz
to
is activated.
Oh yeah, Wentz was activated to practice again.
I'll look more into that right now to find out what's going on. That could be weather issues. Temple. I'll see where they're playing.
Yeah, I would imagine with everything going
By all
on.
means, if anybody here on our live feeds have any insight on that, any Temple students, let us know what's going on. But I will look into it. We'll get some more information on that for our viewers.
Oh, certainly.
But yeah, 7-6, another big win. So what's our streak at right now? 6?
6 games.
It's unreal.
You got the Braves playing
I'm gonna have
tonight.
to call Dr. Pepper and maybe get some medicine. Man.
Braves-
My anxiety's through the roof.
Braves lost tonight. You're 1 game out.
This is unreal.
1 game out.
Jake.
I said it
What's
before. I was like, we're talking about.
Didn't we just all check out just last week?
Yeah, but I said it in there. I said, but inevitably they're going to go on some run, and I'm going to be right back in it. And what did they do? They went on some run, and now we're right back in it.
So listen, here we go. So 1 game out. Let's final take on the Phillies. What is it?
I'm just amazed. I was before the trade deadline. I was very vocal in you need to take advantage of Zach Wheeler's value being at an all-time high and get a ton for him. And I seemingly was dead wrong on that. I seemingly was dead wrong.
Oh yeah. Brett Madden. Shout out to one of our favorite servers at the Sharky's Ale House. Brett Madden's viewing right now. Hey Brett, what's going on?
Oh yeah, looks like Mike is saying that it was rescheduled until Saturday.
Mike,
so it wasn't fully like canceled or
okay. So
it's a light postponement, if you will.
Okay, cool. Mike, thanks for that.
Thank you, Mike.
Mike, we're at the Morrells Tavern, buddy. By all means, stop on out. I haven't seen you in a while. Father Judge guy.
There it is. Look, we got the comments coming up right on the bottom.
Love that. Oh wow, that's all. Did you click on it? Oh, so I think if you click on it, it might pop up. Oh, we're learning something new. Hold on a second here. Let's do another. Yeah, it
There
says
it
show.
is.
It says show.
Oh, look at that. Look
at
at
that. Oh, yeah, by all
that.
means, guys, pop it up there. If any questions, by all means, Mike, stay tuned because we're gonna dive. We'll do a little tape. Let's have a little Ben Simmons. Oh, Manon.
Uh-oh.
Man, we have raffles flying everywhere.
Yeah, you're right. Mike asked for a little Ben Simmons.
Yeah, we'll dive into that.
Let's talk. Yeah, and he said it was due to the floods, the postponement.
What's that?
He said the postponement was due to the floods.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, it's cool. That's what we thought. So
Yeah, at least it was not like some
Mike,
big COVID
very
outbreak
much.
in the locker room or anything like
Let's
that.
dive into it. Let's
Mike,
get a
thank you
little
for
Ben
that.
Simmons.
We'll dive right into your Ben Simmons here. Ben Simmons is possibly the least Philadelphia athlete in Philadelphia
the least
sports
Philadelphia.
history.
Well, all right, here we go. Who is more enemy, Billy Wagner or Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons.
Ooh, wow. Actually, you might be right because of the money. Probably because of the money.
Yeah,
Mike, what do you think about that? Well, Ben Simmons or
I
Billy
love
Wagner?
the tweet by what's his name Perkins put out today about how Ben Simmons felt as though they never made a full commitment that like they always made. They felt like it was like a half-assed commitment to him and everything. What about 5 years, $150 million seems half-assed to you? That seems pretty whole-assed to me.
I was on a show last night. Shout out to the chef house too. I'll have to plug them a little bit later on. And today we were talking about, we had this take. Reason why we lost. And people were talking about Ben Simmons and people were talking about Tobias. Ben Simmons, he averaged, I looked this stat up last night.
Ben is a crybaby.
Ben is a crybaby. 11.8, 4 and 3 he averaged in the playoffs in 12 games. $33 million. Not happening. It's just exactly. Here we go. Simmons easily, boys. It was on the right now. Well, I don't even know what you said there, brother.
No, versus you were saying Billy Wagner or Ben Simmons. We're saying Simmons easily.
Okay.
Because, look.
I wish we could bring him on somehow. We have to learn how to do that.
Again, we're talking about a guy who felt neglected. Before he was even close to the end of his contract, they go out and give him a max deal. Extend him 5 years, $157 million. What about that isn't committing to a player?
Someone said
you're giving him the most that you can give to him. He is not eligible for these Supermax. He has not been a first-team All-Pro player. Yes, Joel went out, was a first-team All-Pro player this year, and what they do, they went out and gave him the Supermax. That's great. Shout out to Dylan. Thank you for the follow, Dylan. But they gave him the most that they can give for him. What more could they do? What?
I mean, you're right.
For Ben Simmons.
You're right. And people were saying today, so I was good app, part of the Clubhouse app, the barbershop group. Shout out to them. They were saying it's about Ben Simmons is like the worst max player. Like
not
of all time, like on the squad.
On the squad, okay. Is Ben Simmons worse or is Tobias Harris worse as a max player?
We're getting a good plug right now from one of our friends over in Connecticut. We'll have to mention him a little later on.
I'm leaving that Ben is a crybaby up. Thank you, Eric, for that. I'm leaving that.
Is that Eric? What's up, Ernie? We're good friends at the Philly podcast. Do a lot of good stuff with them. But the Ben Simmons. Listen, they're talking about what they can get for him, and it's starting to get scarier and scary because are you going to get a player now at this point?
No, you're gonna get a fair amount for him. Rumor has it right now that Minnesota is offering a package of somewhere around 2 to 3 players, 4 first-round picks.
Somebody you can step right in?
And 3 pick swaps.
Somebody that can step right in and play.
Yes. They can step right in and play, whether it's hard to argue it wouldn't be an upgrade because Ben Simmons is so far from what they need on this team right now.
Oh my God.
There he is.
Get back here. Mikey Baby's here. I'm talking to a 5 Jake. He's looking for
There
you.
he is. There he is.
Here we go. So we'll get the take right now. Mike, Ben Simmons. Got to go or stay. I hate him. He hates him. Mike hates him. So we're just talking about, there you go. So Mike's take of the day is what? He hates him.
He hates him. It's a great take.
There you go. There we go. My mom's watching now. Everybody saw Big Mike. Now the viewers are popping in.
Exactly.
But let me get my beer. Go get your beer. There you go.
We got the guest hot seat there for you. That's the White Glove of Delaware guest hot seat.
Everybody's jumping. Oh, Kim's on. So we're talking about.
Hi, Mom.
We're talking about Ben Simmons and what they could possibly get from him at this point because we don't know. We're hearing talks about what's that one more time now.
Look right here with what Mike said. So far, all you see is Simmons. places all the blame on everyone else but himself. Excellent point there. Embiid said it himself. He got booed out of the arena, but then he went out and worked on everything he needed to, and now look at him. He was an MVP. He was MVP.
He's right on the podcast talking about beers.
Oh, they're doing I got a bucket 5 for $17.50. Oh, he's talking about. Oh, I thought you were asking. You were getting yourself a bite.
Is what we're drinking. Yeah. Miller Lite Lager. Yeah.
We did a little half and half ski.
Well, he got 3. I got 2.
Nothing. Well, I bought them. Bought the fries. Bought the pie. Bought the beer. Brought the energy. Oh, we're gonna be talking Flyers here very shortly. But we're not talking about Simmons. You can't be. Mike said it perfectly. He can't take criticism. He can't. He's sitting there crying.
Mike's take
no, it's perfect. He blames
Simmons. I hate him.
He blames everyone. He blames everyone but himself.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it someone else that passed the ball when they were underneath the hoop with a 5'11" Trae Young defending him, or was that you? Oh, that was you. That was you, Ben Simmons. Was it someone else that looked like a newborn deer shaking with the legs at the free throw line? The old knee knockers. You would have thought he had a 4-foot putt to win the Masters with how those knees were wobbling.
We do have a little golf out there right now. We might have to get you out there to show putts, do a putt.
Might have to. As you can see, raucous fan base here at the outdoor patio at Morrells.
Yeah.
For all the viewers out there, real rowdy crowd here. I know we got playoff billiards inside, so it's tough to take away from that hot action.
We'll be rallying them up real soon.
Uh-oh. From across the pond, Simmons is Wentz 2.0. Unwilling to change his ways, doesn't want to put the work in, hard to root for. Okay, Colin, I'll take that, and I'll raise you 5 because I went on your podcast talking the same thing, and you were like, I'm a big Ben Simmons guy.
Don't make me. Is he Ben Simmons fan?
No, he was.
Are you sure?
But he justified
I got it in hand.
He justified. Oh, we can put the buckets away for right now. We got the safety on.
Okay.
Got to click the safety on.
I got upset for a second.
No, justifiably. He is the Kardashian curse.
Mom there.
He's the old Kardashian curse. I like that. But no, I mean, it's very similar to what we just saw with Carson Wentz. Unwilling to change. I do think Carson Wentz was more Philly than Ben Simmons, but still a player completely unwilling to change, unwilling to adapt.
Wait a second.
Blames other people.
Ben Simmons was more. Wait, Carson Wentz was more Philly than Ben Simmons? Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to my hero here, Mike.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Goodies in there.
It's beautiful.
A light, there's a Miller Lite, there's a lager, we have all types of beers. Oh, you're the best, Mike. Now shout out to Pop.
Oh, yeah, big shout out.
Thank you so much there, Mike. Listen to me real quick. I gotta talk. We gotta talk about this for a second.
You hopping on?
I have no idea what's going on.
We're
Perfect.
talking sports.
Oh, I don't know nothing about sports, but I'll listen.
You love
Exactly.
sports. Yeah, come on, listen. So
We got her in the White Glove of Delaware guest hot seat.
I love the guest hot seat. Where's my charger at, by the way? Listen, hold on. You said something I was really curious.
You got no
about.
USBs
Wait,
available.
what sport we talking?
Not.
So you said I don't have. Okay, great. I'm not sure, Mike. So here we go. Wait. Carson Wentz is more Philly than Ben Simmons.
I would say he was.
I actually I can't even have an argument because I don't even know because they're both.
I would say he was.
They're both absolutely.
Wait. I got you, bud.
Is this your son?
So sorry.
No, I got you with the phone shirt.
Nope, I got it right now. Sorry about that, everybody. No, but maybe we'll do it in a little bit. Don't mind there, Chaser. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna put that right in for me. Put that close by. So, with that being said,
Oh, there we go.
we have. So, I mean, yeah, I can't really argue because they're both so non-Philly. It's hard to even pick one. So, Ben Simmons.
We're kind of bouncing all over the place with this one.
He has to. Well, there's a lot of people, a lot of action right now. They're just having a look on the camera. So, with that being said, Ben Simmons has to go.
Yeah,
He has to go.
that's without a doubt.
We have to bring somebody in that can fill in his spot, though. You don't have time to develop a new player.
What do you need though? Because all I think
Somebody
you
that's
need
going to shoot.
No, you
I
need-
still want the
you need a playmaker that's willing to take up to three 3-pointers a game. That's it. And you already have a better team.
If he were to just drive the lane, you don't want to shoot. That's fine. You don't want to shoot.
He has no aggression. The only aggression you see from him is the argument everybody makes every year. The 2 weeks leading up to the All-Star game, you see aggressive Ben. You see the guy that puts out the emojis of the nose flaring and the smoke coming out.
Where's our which one is that? When we think about Ben Simmons,
And what do you think about Carson Wentz?
Let me laugh a little bit. Final take on Ben Simmons.
I hate him.
In the words of Pop Mike Lithgow, I hate him. There we go. Cheers on that take.
So that can carry us into. I know we were talking about Carson Wentz with that. Why don't we just break into a little bit of birds?
There's a lot of. It's a beautiful day here at the Morrells Tavern. A lot of action. So, and we have a lot of viewers right now. Everybody looks like they're enjoying themselves. So let's.
Oh, I like that, Mike. Dame or bust. Dame or bust. The only chance at this point that I really see you getting Damian Lillard. There you go. Double fist and call that the old Dudley double fist.
The old Dudley double.
Hey, I hear you. The old Dudley double. I like it.
I had a hole in his pig in my freaking tire.
There you go.
Yeah, the old hole in the tire. That's a. Don't want that.
No, don't want that.
So,
No.
like it. A lot of good drops on there, by the way.
Oh yeah.
How you feel about a breather? You all right? You good? Keep rolling, rocking and rolling.
I'm golden.
Let's
We gotta
do it,
keep
baby.
on moving for the fans.
Here we
You're gonna
go.
see raucous fan base out here.
Right off the bat, you just mentioned a little bit about birds.
Is this a live show or is this a WNBA game? You're not a,
That's a
you're not a-
ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen,
fans out
Jake
here.
Asado, host of the Talking to a 5.
Oh, Colonel Dudley, American hero. Shout out. Yep, like that. Colonel Dudley is an American hero. Mike in route.
Oh, Mike. Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
Come on down, Mike.
We got somebody about to sit in the white glove car wash hot
That's
seat
gonna
in
be a good
a
one.
couple of minutes here.
Yeah.
I had that and I don't have that one anymore. We can do the old.
In route up there, let people know that we have. Oh yeah, here it goes. It's my buddy Mike Smith. You don't know, not the con. What's that?
Yeah, he won't be here for a little. He won't be here for a little while.
Yeah, so right off the bat, let's dive right into it. We got a lot of people here right now that want to talk to the old pod, but make sure we get you on. That's the thing. Hey, how we doing over there? That's a great stash. Look at that. That's a phenomenal one. So, birds.
Big Gardner Minshew fan here with the stashes coming out.
Oh, man, you
Listen.
With a stash. She's like, all right, let me down the lemon drop and then
Are you not Minshew? Not about it?
cool with it.
Come on over. Come on the microphone. Come on over.
I'm allergic. I don't know enough.
Well, what's your take on Minshew?
It's okay. You're fine. Frankie?
Batman.
How are you? This is
So
Batman.
nice to meet a fan.
Jake.
What's up? Jake the dog or
Just
It's this one. It's that one. It's
Sweet Khakis?
So Gardner Minshew. He's obviously gonna be a backup.
I feel like that's kind of dumb to waste that money to have him because he was good. To have him as a backup.
Well, we have
Wrong.
Don't fight me.
Bad take.
Joe Flacco.
Flacco.
No Flacco.
no,
Listen,
big sack flack.
Big Sack Flack, and then we have Gardner Minshew. We don't know. We know.
Wait, Big Sack Flack, really?
We know who our number one is. Who draws more of the end?
Who draws more? WNBA games or the Nationals and an afternoon
we
game?
obviously know who our number one is. It's clear as day. So having Gardner Minshew here as a decent backup, what would be an issue?
Here's the thing. I'm gonna bring my point.
Yeah.
You are talking about a season that's the longest regular season in NFL history. That's one. You're talking about one of the strictest COVID protocol leagues in professional sports. That's two. We understand that Jalen Hurts is vaccinated, but even if you do one wrong thing, vaccinated or not, you're in a 5-day minimum hiatus from the team. You're talking,
That's fair.
and you're talking about a very mobile quarterback in Jalen Hurts. That's three. You have three reasons, and that's just the big three. Let me shout out the big three. That's three big reasons why it's more important now than ever to have not just two, but three competent quarterbacks. Because look, let's say you're in a game that your whole game plan leading into it is we need to run it through Jalen Hurts in a mobile, fast-paced offense. Joe Flacco, not that. He is a slow, in-the-pocket passer. So let's say you're doing really well, and let's say it's nothing to do with COVID. Let's say he gets a concussion. You're not going to want to completely change your whole game plan to go, okay, we were just in a fast-paced, quick-moving, rapid-fire, RPO style of offense. Now we got to change all that to be a pocket-passing, non-mobile game plan. That changes everything.
Yeah, that freaked me out seeing the camera.
We're on the camera.
And so I would personally much rather have where you can just throw Gardner Minshew. Obviously, not
You'd
as
rather have
fast.
Minshew
Not.
as opposed to Flacco?
Oh yeah, easily. I think Minshew. The only reason he's listed right now as the third quarterback is because he's just came into the city. He needs about a week or two to learn the playbook. The only reason that he's the number 3 on the depth chart is because he doesn't know the playbook yet.
I'll tell you who else is
Give him
number-
2 weeks to learn the playbook, learn the offense. He'll be the number 2.
I'll tell you who else is number 3 in the depth chart. Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, well, no, he's actually listed on the official depth chart for the Houston Texans. He is listed as other.
Oh, no, he's
No kidding. Deshaun Watson.
Listed as other.
He's listed as other.
Since last night when we checked, Deshaun Watson is now other.
Mm-hmm.
What
Other.
does that even mean? So,
Upset.
so you, obviously now you can understand.
Whose wife did he bang to get listed
Good
as
Lord
other?
Almighty.
No, which masseuse?
This is welcome to the live show, everybody, where there's no holds bar.
This is a family show.
I didn't know.
No, he
was.
you're not.
He
You're
went
great,
to
you're great. We're
how
joking,
many?
we're joking.
Again, I was the happiest man in Philadelphia when I saw the rumor that Deshaun Watson is unwilling to waive his no trade clause to come to Philly. I want no
He
part.
doesn't want to come here.
I want no part of this guy.
There's a few people. Who
There you go. We got an answer.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Cam Newton.
I just spoke a little bit about this last night.
Well, let him finish his damn question.
Is it because of a vaccination thing?
No.
No,
Or is it a thing between him and the coach or what?
The Cam Newton thing was they realized they are probably going to have just as much success with Cam Newton as their quarterback or Mac Jones. So they said, we know Cam Newton's not our future. Let's go ahead. Oh, yeah. Mac Jones, he was the 15th overall pick in the draft. You're not going to take a guy like that if you're not prepared to at least for the next couple of seasons to find out what you have with him. And they're planning for him to be future. So their thought is, they knew what they had in Cam when they had him. Exactly. You have a guy that can manage a game. He's far from the MVP that he was back in 2016. Oh yeah, I mean he only
come over and talk with us. Or you
come on in the white glove car wash guest seat.
Love your question. So my
Put
thing
your
about
hands
Cam
up and
Newton,
I love you.
another thing about Cam Newton that I realized is that people say why wasn't he couldn't stay for a backup? Well, here's the deal. And look at it like this. No, I don't think he'll be a starter this year. I personally do not think Cam Newton will get a starting job this year. Oh man, hold on 1 second before you jump on. Here's the thing: you had to get rid of Cam Newton because the simple fact is you now have your rookie quarterback who you believe in. You cannot have a Super Bowl with an MVP.
You can't have a distraction.
You
on the
cannot
team.
have the distraction.
You need
So
if you're
had
going to go
cut
all
him.
in. If you want to go all in, you got to go all in. We got an answer.
We've seen that here in Philadelphia before, with the situation with Wentz and Foles. Now that Wentz is gone, but you had to get rid of Nick Foles. You had to get rid of Nick Foles in order to pop your rating. Camera right there. Back up.
Shout out to the U.S. Marine Corps, though.
Shout out to U.S. Marine Corps. So we better have him come back now.
Well, she had a question.
Oh, what's your question?
So how do you feel about Hurts? Like, do you actually think he's going to be good? Do you think you've seen enough of him?
Frankie,
to
I'll let you lead off on that, and then I'll go.
Fantastic. Okay, so here's my thing about Jalen Hurts right off the bat, and we have the college man here who could probably talk about it as well. I think he was awesome in the time that he played at Oklahoma and the time that he played in Alabama. I saw a lot in college to really believe that he can do well. I've also compared him to some really good quarterbacks. Our good friend, our co-host Scoots, he's out in Atlanta. He's on our show with us. Compare him to Steve McNair. I personally compared him to Russell Wilson. And a couple years down
Howie
the road,
Roseman compared him to Russell Wilson.
yes, well, man, really, damn it, I messed up my take. So with that being said, to answer your other
Thank
question,
you.
no,
Yeah,
I did not see enough of him in preseason.
Oh
I
yeah,
was really
take one of the papers
really
there.
disappointed.
Anybody you know that likes sports, give it to him. It has all of our feeds on the bottom.
We have a raffle going on for a good cause to help some.
Oh yeah, we got a whole stack of them. Grab one of the papers right off the top there.
There's papers right there. The raffle tickets are over there. Somebody can help you out.
Yeah, anybody that you know that follows Philadelphia sports, all of our feeds are on the bottom. Tell them to give us a follow. We do multiple
1 second.
episodes
So
a
real
week.
quick, so I didn't see enough of him. I want to see a quarter at least. Because you have to also look like this. It's not just about Jalen Hurts. It's about a new coaching scheme.
Are you done yet?
Everything's still kind of green.
Okay.
If it takes 3-4 games to get it going and you lose those 3-4 games, well, now you're playing catch up against a weak division. But also keep in mind, Dallas is
it my turn
going
yet?
to be better this year. They have Dak Prescott back. Also keep in mind that Ryan Fitzpatrick does play well against the Eagles.
I just want to say something from every Philadelphia's heart.
Let's hear it.
The Cowboys.
There you go. We can cheers to that one.
Well, We gotta keep.
That four might be a little rough on. It's okay though. We are.
No,
It is a live show.
no, I love it though. You kidding me? I mean, I'm all with you. Well, no, I mean, we're not going to drop him. Well, I need to. Well, I need. He had his time with Jalen Hurts. I need my Jalen Hurts. You have to give him the opportunity because the best case scenario for the Eagles is him.
Like
Carson Hurts. No. The best case scenario for the Eagles is for him to succeed greatly because then you have your first round pick. You have Miami's first round pick. You have most likely Indianapolis's first round pick. And none of those picks need to be used on a quarterback. None of them. So if Hurts does well and he proves that he can be a guy that for at least a short time can be your quarterback, then you have 3 first round picks that you can use to address the serious need at linebacker,
Exactly.
the serious need at safety. After Rodney McLeod, I mean, Anthony Harris, he's only signed to a 1 year. Rodney McLeod, he's coming off of a Achilles. We just talked about it. It's hard to recover from Achilles.
Yes.
Some people never do. You need those picks to be able to use them, not for a quarterback. Or if he isn't what you have that as a safety blanket that you have 2 to 4 quarterbacks. There's always like a Zach Wilson that comes out of nowhere to be that top dog. And you have those picks to be able to go out there and get that guy.
Perfectly said. Round of applause for the host here at the show. And right off the bat, just like you said, everybody talks about Hurts. We want to believe in Hurts because if it works out with Hurts, we have first round trade picks now to build this team to really go forward.
Oh yeah, and one last thing before we have an excellent guest hop on. Imagine this: they say that Deshaun Watson really wants to go to Miami. They say that Miami really wants Deshaun Watson, although they came out in their presser this week and said Tua's our quarterback, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe that for a second. I would love Miami.
He's a top.
Miami trades for Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson gets suspended for the whole year. I would imagine if you trade for Deshaun, Tua's going to be part of that deal. So they have some no-name backup. They finish last in the NFL, and we get the first overall pick.
First overall pick.
There it is. We got Perry the Platypus out here.
There we go. We got our take on it. So I guess
Oh, yeah.
moving right down the line.
Where's Perry?
We can talk. So
Have a seat in the White Glove guest
let's introduce
hot
you.
seat.
All right. So right off the bat,
Keeping things clean at White Glove Car Wash.
we have a
All right, Ron Burgundy. Or no, that's a Talladega Nights. I don't know what to do.
So
with
right
my
off the
hands.
bat, we have a legend coming on right now. I don't even know if you two have met yet. Have you two met yet?
Not yet.
Oh, here we go. Poppy, this is Jake, my dear good friend. This is my grandfather Frank.
Frank,
He's
absolute
Poppy.
pleasure.
Poppy.
Love the hat and jersey.
Since
I love it.
1967. I love Miami, but I think the Eagles are making a big mistake with Hurts.
Oh, here we go. Oh, can I bring him out? Can I bring him out? Can he come out, please?
And-
Kenny, please.
I would take fucking Falcone.
Bucket is on.
Buckethead's here. Buckethead is here. Now, when Buckethead's here, it's time to debate. Frankie's gone.
All right,
Jalen Hurts. Now, what is your mistake about
Jalen
Jalen Hurts?
Hurts is not, he can't throw a 6-yard pass.
Are you kidding me? Did you not watch any of the games last year? He
Yes,
has
he
a ball.
does.
You're a college man.
He runs. That's
That's not the only thing he does is run.
That's it.
Come on, Pop. You're better than that.
He runs.
That's not all he
think-
does. You've seen him throw the ball.
Yeah, and he can't throw over 50 yards a pass.
Are you kidding me? You honestly believe that? I want to bet right now. Here we go. Live bet. First game
You know
of the
what?
regular season. He throws for over 200 yards.
I guarantee if the Eagles will wind up 1-4.
1-4.
Can't see that about
What, the first 5 games, 1-4?
Yes.
Oh, there's a
Well, no, it's tough. Their first 5 games are very
tough
difficult.
game. Let's talk about Jalen Hurts, not the Eagles. Jalen Hurts.
Wait a minute. Now you asked me my opinion.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, where's LD to do the
I
raffle?
don't think that he could make 4 out of 5 games
Raffle for her.
because he can't pass.
$10 an arm length.
He can only run 10 yards
Yeah.
at the most.
your sister didn't
So there's no way that he is going to be the starting quarterback for the Eagles in the second half. He is going to be out.
Buckethead is like about to go nuts right now.
What? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. When has he had a serious injury?
No, he's
When
not.
in the college or the pros has he had a serious
He's
injury?
only going to be the quarterback up to a certain extent, to where he's done. After the first 4 or 5 games, he's going to be pushed out. And Falcone's going to come in.
Flacco.
Oh, he said Falcone.
Yo, Falcone?
All right.
So you're no, that's okay. It's a joke. So
Oh, yeah, we just-
so
where is it?
Flacco.
But all I know is that
You get all of them.
You can choose the jersey.
Or you can you can turn down the other part.
the series as
All right, so yeah, 5 arm lengths.
for the Eagles.
So how does she?
I think.
I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna hop off and send you the raffle here because I need to take a walk after this. I need Buckethead to take after him.
All right, Buckethead's taking the lead right now. No, because this is the alter ego. Buckethead is the man of the debate. So right off the bat, Poppy, I love you. I love him. Really.
You know,
Jalen Hurts. Look what he's in college. You know what he's in career.
yes, in college.
That's in college.
That's what boys.
Oh, come on. You're a college man. How can you say that? Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback.
I did more college than anybody.
I can't believe this. We have Poppy on the co-host chair with us right now. Someone get a picture of this. This is gold.
You that Jalen Hurts will not last the year. Not last a year. And I guarantee that.
Let's do this. Let's do it. We'll do a family bet for the little charity. Okay. Let's talk about. So
I'll bet $1,000.
we'll do $1,000 just for charity. So what will be our charity?
Charity.
So the first game.
Whatever
We'll
charity.
do the first game.
You know what? I'll do it for the children of St. Jude's.
Perfect. All right. So your charity with that. You know what?
And
That's
I will bet $1,000
No, we don't do-
that Jalen Hurts does not complete the season.
So here we go. This is what we'll do. This will be easy bet. So your charity will be St. Jude. Mine will be National Alliance Against Mental Illness. $100 the first week. And I think Jalen Hurts will throw over 200
I
yards.
said 1,000.
Oh, I don't have $1,000 for this gift. Like I don't know.
Okay, you can bet 100. I'll bet 1,000.
It's for charity. Okay. So you'll say he's going to be done.
He will be done. He will not complete the season as the Eagles quarterback.
There it is, guys. For charity. You heard it here first.
And I swear on my mother that I will give $1,000 to St. Jude's if he completes the season.
And if he completes the season, if he doesn't complete the season, I will donate money to NAMI, National Alliance Against Mental Illness in Bucks County. Very important to me.
And I will complete $1,000.
And he will do it his
to
thing.
St. Jude's.
Yeah, we have some hot takes, Poppy. Thanks for being on the show. Hold on, we'll take Buckethead off. Buckethead's gonna take his break. And
Thanks for having me.
thank you.
I love you.
My grandfather. I love
You're
him.
my grandson,
I love you
and
too.
I love you. I'm glad to debate you.
Oh yeah, thank you. I was named after this man, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, I have Poppy on the hot seat. All right.
You got my word. $1,000.
You heard it here. Man, what a show we have here.
And no one will hold me against it. but
Absolutely.
My grandson.
Yes, we will absolutely make sure we take care of business on that. So, man, what a show we have. This is one hell of a live show. I'll tell you that right off the bat.
Right.
Jake's out there just doing his thing right now. We got plenty of people out here. Good fun. Oh, man, we are.
Even though I think you're opinion on Jalen Hurts is way off base.
But we love the Marine Corps. And shout out to the Marine Corps.
Love having you on.
And thank you.
Love the support for the
You know
Marine
what?
Corps.
If I lose, I would be glad to give $1,000.
Exactly. Oh, that's what it's all about.
Big
That's what it's all about.
Big supporter of the Marine Corps.
And I am a fucking. Oh, I'm sorry.
We'll draw anybody that's in it. We'll tell them to come out for the drawing.
I am an ex-Marine.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Hands clap.
I'm retired. I'm
Oh, my
always
God.
a Marine. And I will hit against anybody.
I believe it. So we're gonna move. We're gonna take 5G. I can't believe what's happening right now.
No,
This
we
is-
gotta keep rolling.
Let's keep rolling.
The show goes on.
You know me.
Listen, we're gonna move on to our next segment. Absolutely, thank you to Poppy for having us on. Wow.
And I will do it.
So let's keep moving on here. And I guess let's talk Flyers hockey.
I guess Flyers hockey. Before you.
You're my grandson.
I love you, babe.
And you know my word is God.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
it is. Thank you so much for having Poppy here. It's thank you. Little handshake there.
My man.
Thanks so much, Poppy, for coming on to the show. So we're gonna. I have to keep moving. Thank you so much. Oh God, Poppy's as happy as can be.
Oh yeah, well I mean, oh yes,
Thank you
my
so
man,
much.
my man,
Oh, look at that.
my man.
Thank you.
Hey, when are you hopping on? You a Flyers
He's
guy?
doing
Yeah,
his thing.
we're talking Flyers.
Oh man, wow, holy crap, there, brother.
Yeah, we got. I'm telling you,
Them live
telling you,
shows.
that fourth quarter garbage time. That's when Dak Prescott's in his finest.
I thought we were gonna have to call Dr. Pepper for Poppy.
How many Dr. Pepper drops? You got to mix it up. You got to have at least 4 to be able to pull out of the wallet.
I never realized how important that third string quarterback is now.
Oh yeah.
It's a
It's on take. It's a great take.
You know, I mean,
commodity now, you know?
you look at the second and third string quarterback and the rest of the NFC East. None of them scare you.
The extended season, the COVID protocols, injuries, everything.
The
Shane does his homework.
backup quarterback for New York, Mike Glennon. Are you afraid of Mike Glennon? No, but you could say, oh man, Gardner Minshew. I'm a little scared. Like I thought with Jalen Hurts being out that we might have an opportunity, but you're like, no, Gardner Minshew. He's a proven guy that's started over 20 games in the NFL, and then you got Taylor Heineke in Washington. Look, yeah, you can say, wow, in that playoff game, he looked good against Tampa. Okay. Oh, exactly. You could argue that Gardner Minshew would be a starter in Washington.
Right.
You could argue that he'd be better suited to start for Washington than Ryan Fitzpatrick. You really could make that argument pretty easily.
Shout out to my dear good friend, my brother Con Lip. I miss you to pieces. By all means, pop on out. Love to chit chat with you and give you a big kissy. My good friend there. Not too far actually. Wow, I'm like in awe right now. That was a wild. We just had a wild chain of events.
Oh yeah.
You had to leave the show.
Yeah, I had to
abandon ship.
had to attend to. Oh, Captain never leaves the sinking ship.
Never leaves the sinking ship.
But we're not sinking.
We're not sinking. We're
We're,
back.
we're catching plane.
Things are calming down now. Poppy, he was really going all in on that one. Huh?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Shout out to him.
But Philadelphia Flyers
Flyers.
announced today Joel Farabee, 6-year, $5 million annual average.
Yeah.
I think it's a great deal for a young player of his potential. You can argue, has he shown enough to warrant a contract of that size?
Great take right there right off the bat. I have to give you the point on that one because it's one of those things where, I mean, listen, we go back to it is Throwback Thursday. We go back to our very first show together when I came on as a guest, and you were still formerly known as Hit 'em Low, Hit 'em High podcast. With that being said, I said they paid Carson Wentz on one good year. Did they just sign Farabee on one decent year? Now, personally speaking, I think he's going to be a really good player. I think it's a spot that you locked up. I like the move with Joel Farabee. I mean, we've talked before. Oh, shout out to our phenomenal bartender at the Morrells Tavern. Right
Oh, yeah. You going to hop on, give a little shout out to the bar?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Come
Come
on.
on.
To the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. All right.
Oh, she's not coming back.
This she will. So, yeah, we'll make sure we have her on. She's one of the bartenders here. Phenomenal job. So, like I was just saying.
It's like the women in my life besides my mother.
Man.
They don't come back.
Flyers. So right off the bat, it was a guy that we talked about that we didn't want to see.
Love you,
get
Gabs.
moved. We didn't want to see get moved. All right. It was definitely on our list. Can't move Joel Farabee. It's too much upside.
Mhm.
Love the move. Chuck Fletcher.
Oh,
man.
we were talking earlier this offseason when there was rumored that he was involved. He was going to be involved in some kind of Seth Jones trade, and I was like, no
Yeah,
stinking
that's
way.
exactly what you-
No way. Go on.
That puppy exhausted me. So keep going here. So yeah, Farabee move. Not sure if I saw it coming though, and obviously shout out to the Flyers, Itty Gritty. Give them a follow. All great content. We had Jimmy Basco down there. He was doing a lot of representation for them down at development camp.
Well, are we finished the Joel Farabee talk?
Oh yeah, I'm going to leave it into that. And him being down there, he looks quicker.
Farabee was at development camp?
I believe.
I don't think he was involved in that.
You might be right, actually.
I don't believe he
I'll
was.
look more into that. I'll chat with them. But with that being said, I'm sure he's looking quicker. Okay, so I love the move. You're locking up players. I mean, Chuck Fletcher has made moves that you almost put. I said it earlier. I have this team in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Last player that had that contract of years and annual average, good old McDonald.
Oh God.
Is it going to be something like that?
No,
It can't be. It
No,
can't
it
be.
won't be.
But I'm still Look, you got to make the move, and if this potential continues on the track that it's on, steal.
Yeah,
If it doesn't,
for you, too.
it could be easily one of the worst contracts on the team.
Yeah, it could be. It's still a cheap
But
deal,
it's
yes,
a
you're right.
risk that you got to take because the guy would get it somewhere else.
Yeah, I think that's a great point you just made. And the funny thing about McDonald, I have to take on this now. The McDonald deal, with him being here, all comes back to not getting the Shea Weber move that we made. If you remember years back,
Yeah, we signed him as a restricted free agent,
We tried to go,
and they matched his offer.
We tried to go with the Shea Weber. They matched his offer. He stayed in Nashville, and we had to find a substitute, which pretty much ended up coming down to we brought in Andrew McDonald.
Yeah, let us know. We can move in. No, we're just talking sports. Oh yeah.
So continue going with that. Love the move. It was a great move. And we also had another big signing of recently. Sean Couturier was locked up for 8 years.
Oh, massive.
Unfortunately, that's not taking place right now. I'll probably take care of that a little later on. That's not taking place right now. Sadly.
Yeah, it'll be a future event.
Yeah. So keep going with that. Sean Couturier gets locked up for 8 years. Big move. Huge move.
They have more raffle tickets over there.
They're all right there.
No, we're out.
Okay, well, I'm going to give it a Thank you so much. Which I will. So, yeah, right off the bat, Sean Couturier gets signed for 8 years. Huge move. Potentially our future captain. Okay?
Potentially.
All right, I mean, me personally, sad to say, he will probably be the captain of the Flyers. I've went back and forth with a few people. It's probably going to happen, but it's okay. But I support it. I respect it. I mean, Sean Couturier is a hell of a player, so why not? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not a bad move, but
You want to see if LD can run and get some more?
absolutely I will. Flyers are making moves. Go now. Yes.
Yeah, if you can just. We were
Absolutely.
out.
With that being
We
said,
got people lining up.
use the restroom. Let Jay take over here. Doing a little Flyers talk. BRB.
All right. Let's get ready. I might have to throw the bucket on. Philadelphia Flyers. Obviously, large disappointment last season. At one point in time, they were the number one team in the NHL early in the year. I'll give you that, but showed so much promise. They were really playing, sitting on the top of the world with great goaltender play. And then you had that mid-season that carried on to late season collapse that they never really recovered from. They never really had that huge stretch where you're like, got confidence back and okay, this team is really going to turn into something. I'm hoping the changes they made this year are going to be enough to really change the whole mindset of the team. Hey, how you doing?
Great. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing very well. You a Flyers fan? Yeah, you a Flyers fan? Oh, you're not? Oh, you a Sixers fan? Oh, you a golfing fan? I'm a golfing man. There you go. Ryder Cup coming up. Oh yeah. Yeah, we can talk birds too. He'll be back. He'll be back. They all come back. They all come back eventually. But like I was saying, they made a ton of moves both in the trade and in the free agent acquisition market. And almost all of the players they brought up at one point had either worn the C or the A. So they're obviously trying to make a large change in the leadership of this team. No, they're not going to be stripping G of the C or anything like that, and they shouldn't. He's a well-deserving captain, arguably one of the greatest captains in Philadelphia Flyers history. But they're bringing in a culture change. You saw the only Super Bowl the Eagles have won. That year, the leadership was phenomenal. The team was a family. Everyone was, after an interception, they're doing the electric slide on the sideline. Every single play, you just felt like they were just getting closer together in the locker room and as a family than the play before. And I'm hoping that you'll have that this year with the Flyers, with guys like Captain Keith Yandel, Ristolainen. I'm trying to think of other guys they brought in because they brought on so many great guys. Cam Atkinson. Martin Jones wasn't there or anything, but a great backup to take the reins from Brian Elliott because he's leaving there. But yes, Mike, we always let the beers flow. You know that. But they've just done so much that really can change a lot in 1 year. There is obviously a lot of change that needed to happen if they were really going to be successful this season. And I think they made that change. They went from one of the probably bottom 5, bottom 10 defenses in the league. So you could argue they're now a top 10 defense in the league. How you doing? Oh yeah.
We're getting yelled at in there. What's the 50-50s going on out here?
Well, we got a raffle going on. We don't got a 50-50 at the moment. That's going to be one of our future events there. Yeah, feel free to read the raffle. The winner gets all of those, not just one of them. It's for a great benefit. Yeah, you get a 2-pack of tickets to a Flyers game, Eagles jersey, or a jersey of any Philadelphia sport athlete of your choosing, and article on Bleacher Report, and you're welcome to come on in a guest appearance on the podcast sometime. Proceeds are being donated, and yeah, we're doing $10 an arm length of tickets. We ran out of tickets. Shout out to the great folks over here at Morrell for buying us out. So they're out getting a whole bunch more right now. They'll be back in probably 2 minutes. Oh yeah, I know. Oh yeah, hop on.
I ain't getting on no damn podcast. But like I got.
You are now.
I got short arms. Who's got long arms? Come on, you got long arms.
All right.
Look at that. Tickets are here. We got tickets here. Tickets here. Tickets here. $10 an arm.
No, you should know better. When you come to this place, you got to bring like
Yeah.
plenty.
You just got one more pack. We need 5. Head back out.
Yeah.
One pack.
No, give me an orange.
All right. Who's on?
And then you gotta get more.
I don't know what's going on right now. What's up? Let's take a 5-minute break.
Florida Flyers.
Okay. Because I am doing it. Yeah. Let's talk about on the show. So, wow. How you doing, Jake?
Golden. Getting one arms.
Yeah, one.
Oh, fantastic. All right. Oh, look, we're just handling business today, aren't we, buddy?
I'm sure you're gonna have a couple more people coming out in a minute. Once I go in.
Fantastic.
Oh
Love it,
yeah.
man.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate
Bring
that
people out
so
here.
much.
Hop up on the podcast.
Shout out to our good man over there.
Oh yeah. Great crowd over here at Morrell. Big billiards playoffs.
I'll tell you, this is live.
Ty.
Tyrone.
Ty. How'd you do? How'd you do?
All right, man. We'll definitely be in there showing some sport as soon as the show ends. Man, Jake, this is the epitome of live broadcast.
Man, it's hard to keep up.
It's really
We're
hard.
struggling, Beth. We need you back from vacation, girl.
Oh man, yeah. Shout out to Beth.
Our administrative executive. We're missing her.
Yes,
We're missing her bad.
We are.
What time we do the draw?
Oh,
Whenever
man.
people are done buying.
We're done. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people coming out buying.
As soon as
Until we're off.
Until we're off. We'll do the drawing as soon
We
as
thought
that
we
pack is
thought
gone.
we were going to be on until 2 minutes or until 5 minutes from now, but now we're just going to keep it rolling. We were going to run till 8, but now the crowd's picking back up. So
we are in extended time. Nothing wrong with that. I'm
Oh
sure
yeah, little overtime.
Yo, if you're going to go by when these people leave, you'll be here till 2 in the morning.
Well,
Uh-oh.
I'm up the streets, sir. Christ. Well, when that pack is gone, we'll be doing the raffle. Thanks for contributing. Flyers hockey. We've already talked a little bit about the contracts. Love the moves. Let's talk about some expectations for the season.
Oh yeah, I was breaking into that a little bit. Like I said, my expectation is higher accountability.
Love it.
I think the moves they made is going to hold people to much better accountability.
Well, you look like this, and we touched on this a little bit before. Most majority of people that we brought in had what? They all had one thing in common. They all had a letter on their jersey.
Yep, talked about that.
Leadership, accountability, something that's really important that lacked on this team. It's now been brought to the table, and now they're going to show up. Oh, we got to do something for
I know.
What the hell do we do for you, brother? It's now has to happen. Okay, we brought now the leadership on the team, and we boosted that blue line.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm talking. We went from arguably a bottom 5 defense to probably a top 10 defense.
Which is exactly what I had mentioned. Top 5 defense. Yes, top 5 defense. I said, why wouldn't they?
I'll give you top 5 when they show me their top 5. On paper, maybe.
Well, that's what we're
Let me see
that's
it.
what we're going off.
Give me
Of.
the eye test.
Why? Oh, where is it? That's it. I'm done. Where on earth do you find that they're a top 10, but
Yeah,
not a
beautiful.
top 5?
Look at that.
A top 10.
Hey, hop on.
You see a top 10 on paper, and I see a top 5 on paper. Where are we at here? Because you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing.
Look, on paper, yes, they may be top 5. I'm not gonna crown them top 5 until we're talking in the same city. Did we not just have a Nnamdi Asamoah-led defense that they're like, wow, oh my goodness, this team on paper, the dream team, the Vince Young appointed dream team. On paper, they should have won the Super Bowl that year. What'd they do? They missed the playoff.
I take your point, and I respect it. But now we're going to go back to hockey. All right, you always got to, you want to do the deflection here and talk back to football. Now let's go back to the paper.
I remember the guy talking Claude Giroux to Jimmy Kempski.
Do something. This is a live show. Listen. Anyway, moving on. You're always trying to deflect. So here we go. This team on paper is a top 10 all-time team this year. Top 5 defense, hands down. Look at the players they brought in. Ryan Ellis, better than Niskanen. Mm-hmm. And we have him locked up for 5 years. Risto, body, he's going to make a move. And he's got a good shot
when
for the
blue. When are they extending him?
And trust me, we may have time to cover it. We'll dissect a little bit about that. Yandel, just these players that we have now on this team. The defense is a top 5. And you heard it here first. You want to wager too? You want to wager a bucket head? Top 5 defense by the end of the year. But
defense is going to be so subjective. How do you rank defense? Because you can't rank it in goals per game because that relies on the goalie. Goalie isn't the defender; he's the goaltender. So it's hard to argue.
We might have to talk to Jimmy Kempski about this.
Yeah, I'm sure. Defense is such a subjective thing.
Mike Smith live and in person.
Uh-oh.
Oh, brother, how we doing?
What's going on, my man?
Bring it in. You're talking to Buckethead.
What's up, brother?
How are you, Mike Smith?
Good.
Jake, Mike Smith.
Mike,
what's up, man?
absolute
Good to meet you.
pleasure.
Well, first we had him on the live chat. Now we have him live
Now
in
we're
person.
literally live in person.
Hop on in the White Glove Car Wash guest hot seat
Come
there.
on in.
All right, let me get
Love
in
that,
here.
by the way.
Oh yeah, White Glove Car Wash with locations in Delaware, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. A lot of pollen this year coming on to a lot of leaves falling down from the trees from the recent storms. Be sure to head on over to White Glove. They'll wash your car and they'll wash it right.
Love that right off the bat. Mike, how are you, brother?
Good, man.
So now we're just talking a little Flyers hockey. Obviously, you're a hockey man as well. Being a Father Judge guy, cheers to that.
There we go.
So with that being said, we're talking about the defense and then boosting the defense now more and more. What are you thinking about this defense? The lines, the moves that they made, bringing in Risto, bringing in Ryan Ellis. Where do you see this defense at right now?
I want to say within the past couple of years, I think it's more of the better defense that we had in the previous years.
Easily.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And now look at this year. I love how the Philly Philly podcast goes live the same time that we are.
Yeah. We don't own this segment.
Shout out to them. Hope you guys have a good show.
Yeah, we don't own this segment.
So keep
This time slot.
moving forward.
Not yet.
Yeah, moving forward. I love this day. I have them as a top 5 defense.
Hey, give them
I agree with
the
that.
Bud Light for.
I have them as a top 5 defense. Colt Brewski for you.
There we go.
Top 5 defense this year.
Hashtag shout out to Bud Light.
There we go. Bud Light. Well, not a sponsorship yet, but we're working on it. I also have this team as an Eastern Conference Final team. I have them making an appearance there.
They were almost there this past year. They look good for a good amount.
Not this past year.
Yeah, the previous.
The previous past year, I think they could have done it. But like I said, I have this team going far. I can't wait for hockey season. The sports are everything's starting to change. The season's changing.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful night. Phillies are starting to make their way back. Baseball, well, they're making their way up, but baseball's starting to fall in the back. And now we got football coming. We got hockey coming.
It's also
Great time. Best time of the year.
just a matter of if we get that Philadelphia curse where we look great all year. Come playoffs, we're out the first round.
Oh.
Or come towards the end of the season,
Last
we
thing
just
out of
blow
here,
it.
Mike. We don't need that negativity.
I know,
it's a
but
beautiful night.
It's a point you have to bring up.
You
can't ignore it.
Well, I guess he brought that up, so we'll just keep talking about that one. So, yeah, you want to see these teams go far.
Yeah.
I mean, we look at the Sixers. We had such high expectations for them. And we're not going to touch too much on.
They had you live and in person.
Oh, yeah.
So, let's do it. Let's do it. We're live. We'll get into it. The Sixers last year, we had them going far.
Where should have had it?
Where do you think was the ultimate downfall of the Sixers this past year? Why couldn't they get there? They have the team. They could have done it. Why didn't you think they can get there? What was it?
Ben Simmons.
Where's my fans at, please? The crowd's going erupting right now.
I mean, that's correct, but it's a Ben Simmons.
Oh, okay.
Don't get me
I
wrong.
thought Buckethead was going to come back on for a second.
Don't get me wrong. Like Doc made some questionable. coaching
Doc is
decisions.
terrible.
Which you had said. That was your big point.
But,
Glenn Rivers is a bum.
It's a meme. It's a picture. It's a video. When you got Ben Simmons as tall as he is, as big as he is,
6'11".
supposedly
6'10".
out of college, the next LeBron James, he's got a wide open layup. Not even a layup, a wide open jam.
You can do whatever you want with
Well, you
it.
get some peanut butter with that jam.
Yeah, and he's gonna pass it off, and then it ends up being a miss. But like I said in the Facebook chat /text, Joel Embiid said it perfectly. He's like,
Yeah.
it was only 2 years ago. Everybody was booing me,
Yeah.
talking shit on me, and I didn't like it. So what I did was I got back in the gym. I put the work
Lost
in,
some weight.
and got in shape.
So,
And now look at him. He's
He was the
almost
number.
a second. I'm exaggerating, but he's almost a second coming to Jesus Christ in Philadelphia.
wow, it's a hot take. From two more religious people out there, but I mean,
He should.
If we're going to keep it on the Sixers, who have we been, as fans, who have been more hyped about a Sixers player since Allen Iverson?
None. They haven't.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a great point. It's a great point you make right off the bat. But the thing is like with Joel. Joel went in the gym and did his thing. Now we give Ben Simmons crap. He says, I want out of Philadelphia. Loyalty.
Not only that, too, you see him every summer after the season's over. All you see is them videos on Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Is Ben Simmons working in the gym, shooting 3-pointers.
Oh yeah, I'm tired of those workout tapes.
And then as soon as the season starts, he won't even attempt a free or not a free throw.
Three
shot. He
shot.
won't even attempt a jump shot at anything that's not inside the foul line.
No, like our good buddy Johnny Marks over at 94.1, he made a great point. You take all three of those workout tapes, and you have to guess what year they came from. You can't. They're all the same. Every year he does the same thing, and every year it's the same thing on the court.
I even heard it on the radio today going to work this morning. People were going back and forth trying to make excuses for Ben, where they're like, when they had Brett Brown as a coach, Brett Brown was like, oh, we want Ben to shoot at least, at minimum, 1 3.
I wanted to attempt 1 3 a game.
Yeah, how'd that work out, guys?
He said it publicly.
And then he still didn't do it. And then you get Doc Rivers, who's like, oh, we don't care about him shooting threes. We just want him to play defense.
He's a
and do what
treasure.
he does.
Treasure of things he does well.
And it's like, look how far that got us.
Yeah, I mean, perfectly said. Literally perfectly said. I mean, you have to make a move. You have to get rid. You have to move Ben.
Yeah, no.
You have to bring somebody in.
At this point, it's
So to get our final
Gotta
take on the
move on.
Sixers. What do you see realistically happen trade wise with Ben Simmons?
honestly,
Or
I
are we
think,
stuck with him?
No, you're not stuck with him. He's gone.
and I could be wrong on this, but I think it's kind of sort of going to come down to the Brian Howard situation, where at one point as much as I was a big Ryan Howard fan, is at one point there was a time where he still had a little bit of juice left where we should have traded him. We could have got something nice for him or something decent.
We talk about that a lot.
We
Trading guys
didn't.
at their higher.
So then we ended up, as much as I love him, I'm glad he retired as a Philly. We got stuck with him where it's going to be one or the other. We're going to get stuck with him until he becomes a free agent, which is the end of this season. He leaves, we lose him for nothing. Or
No, Ben Simmons is locked up for 3 more.
okay, that's what I'm saying. I thought he was on his last year, but either that or I feel like they're just going to say screw it and take whatever they can get for him.
Now, if they're doing that, they would have done it already. I think Daryl Morey. I don't think it was played very well by the whole organization. I mean, Doc threw him right under the bus at the end of the season press conference where he said, "I don't know how to answer that question." When asked, "Is Ben Simmons the point guard for a championship team?"
So disappointing.
Yeah, Joel calling him out, not directly by name, but saying we had a play in which we could have gotten
out.
Yeah.
Talking to a 5 is calling you out. 2 guards that we drafted. The last 2, Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz, and look how it turned out. I mean,
Terrible.
It's detrimental.
Yeah, and I mean
It's awful. Markelle forgot to play basketball. He went to Orlando. He's doing pretty decent.
He's a role
decent.
player.
He's a role player.
He's not the
exactly.
He could have
He's
been
not
a
a
nice
number 1 pick. I'll give you that.
No, but he's a role player.
He's a decent player. He's playing decent over there. And then you have Ben. Come out of LSU. The crowd went nuts. Everybody saw the video at
He
Xfinity.
even had a documentary of him in high school.
The crowd went nuts when we got Ben Simmons, and look what is happening.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with they're
And
trading the wrong people. They're trading the right people. They're just like, it's like Space Jam. It's like the little alien are taking their talent away.
And you can ask people. I have been anti-Ben Simmons for more than just this year.
Oh, I know that.
And everybody was always like, "What are you talking about? We have a dominant defensive player
It's more
that
than defense.
he's gonna."
It's
He's
more than
no, and
defense.
everybody,
At his position.
everybody always said he's gonna develop a shot. You said Pascal Siakam, he was terrible at shooting. Look at him now. Okay, Pascal Siakam has a desire to get better. Ben Simmons, in his mind, much like was said in the comments, he can do no wrong. There's nothing wrong with me. It's everyone else's fault. He doesn't think he needs to get better at that. He thinks his game is perfect.
We have a baby crying on there. We talk about we'll have to get that one for sure. Because it's
Yeah, I mean, he probably also looks at the Greek Freak. Greek Freak doesn't have a jump shot. He can't shoot foul shots.
Oh my goodness gracious! Uncle John, how you doing, brother? What's
How
up?
you doing, brother?
JJ, Uncle John, Mike's
brother.
brother.
Very nice to meet you.
Our our guest on that's hanging out for the sports. We got a whole family affair here tonight.
Oh yeah.
So, what's your final take on the Sixers?
We just got to move on. Got to get rid of Simmons and move forward and see where we go. Get what we can.
Final take on the Sixers is, as Mike Lithgow said, I hate them.
I hate him.
Yeah, I hate him. I seen that on the Facebook Live.
Yeah, Mike, thanks for coming on the show.
thanks for
We'll be hanging
having
out
me.
later
Oh, yeah.
on. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah,
Sitting, hot
definitely.
seat, hang out. Brother, how you doing?
Good.
Great show, man.
Oh, excellent
This is
show.
gonna be
Excellent
a
time
live
over here at
show.
Morrell. Great crowd, great bar. If you ever find yourself in Northeast Philly, definitely come on by Morrell.
So-
cold drinks, great outside section.
This outside
Weather
section.
like this today, you kidding me? I could be sitting here watching the birds getting rowdy.
Yeah, you never know. That may happen in the future. So we got some stuff coming up, don't we?
We do indeed. We have our good buddy over at BSing Sports, Ryan, going to be joining us on a live show over at our other affiliate at Sharky's.
Tuesday, 6:30, same
Tuesday.
time. We cannot wait for that. That is going to be a great time, right?
Oh, it's going to be a wonderful time. He's super knowledgeable. We're lucky to be able to have him join
Buckethead
us.
may make an appearance. for that
Buckethead
one.
will make an appearance for that one.
A little bit about Ryan at BSN Sports. Ryan recently is now home from the service. He spent some years over in the service, and
Yeah.
we couldn't be more happier to have him on the show. Just a dear good friend. So look out for that Tuesday.
That might turn it towards you.
Sorry about that one. We also have our big event coming up, September 25th.
Yes, September 25th at the Old Philadelphia Bar in Fishtown. Us, along with, we're super happy to be able to have DSM Media joining us.
We can fully
I know.
actually announce it.
Yeah, we can announce that. Phil Stifle over at DSM Media was our main contact over there, but he's going to be bringing a whole crew. And for anybody that doesn't know, they definitely follow them. They have different podcasts specifically devoted to all those areas, and they do a phenomenal job.
We'll have a few
So we're going to be having them coming out here. Our good buddies over at John Street Hockey will be there per usual. And then we are in final talks with a couple of other podcasts to lock up that last and final spot.
final spot.
And then obviously headlined by the Talking 2 and 5 podcast.
The Talking 2 and 5 will be headlining this event.
Rips one into
We
the
cannot be more
night.
happy
Deep
than we can tell about-
Moves to the right. It goes directly to Clement.
That's the
Clement.
Talking 2 and 5.
right off the bat. So we can't be more excited for this. We will do a
Oh,
full-
thank you, Colin. Wish we could have you out here as our fourth
Oh, man, yes.
podcast. My goodness. Once we really start
I haven't had
taking
an
off.
opportunity to actually do anything with him.
Yeah,
yet,
once we
too.
start taking off, we got to fly him over the pond.
We'll
Get him
make-
here to Philly. We got to take him to a Birds game.
We'll do a fun get him to the Greek.
Yeah.
Get him
Get him
to
to
the
the
lake.
States.
Get him to the lake.
Yeah.
And we'll do a fundraiser and we'll get you here, brother. I haven't had the chance to really talk to him yet. so
Oh,
I'd
great
love
guy.
to.
Great
And
guy.
we'll
People,
do a little something together.
anybody that's just an NFL fan in general, be sure to follow Britt's Guide to the NFL.
Let's go to the
For-
NFL.
I say it a million
I'll put you
times. For a couple of Brits that have just recently gotten into the game of American football,
in that. I wouldn't.
their overall knowledge, you wouldn't think
wouldn't
so.
know that. I've listened
You'd
quite a
think that
few
they've been
times.
following it for years because their knowledge of the game is
They've-
incredible.
They've talked to some of our affiliates. They've gotten
Yeah,
connected with a couple of our affiliates,
Yeah, we
which
were
is
able
great.
to hook them up with some of our guys,
Nothing wrong with that at all.
and once they start taking off, they'll hook us up with some of theirs.
Look us up some of
Are you kidding me? They just had a big fantasy football guest on this past week, blue check mark and all.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Have we had a blue check mark on it?
I'm not too sure. Is there a blue check mark? I'll have to look into that more. I'll have to pull up the old knowledge and get the brain tussling a little bit.
Yeah.
Now,
Might
look
have
at
beat us
that.
to the blue check mark.
The whole blue check mark. Okay, gotcha. So here we go. big event. We'll be talking more about that. We're going to really lay out what's going on with that.
Oh,
event.
yeah. For anybody that knows anybody that bartends, send them that way. We're going to be conducting live interviews during the event. We're trying to get them back to fully staffed so they can be open Monday through Sunday.
Yeah. And we're definitely going to have a little, we'll definitely going to start off a segment, our next segment, when we start tying down some nails and really go into what's going on with that.
Oh, yeah. But we're going to be having games. We're going to be having a 50-50. We're going to be having plenty of different raffles, maybe a silent auction or something. But we're talking.
I might be auctioned off.
We're talking autographed memorabilia, sports jerseys, tickets, different opportunities to hop on with any of the different podcasts, and everybody else is going to be bringing their own little items to the thing. I know one of the big items is I'm not even going to.
I was going to say.
Not even going to debut yet, but
can't debut that for sure. But man, what a show!
Oh, what a show!
This was. A live show. This was a live show.
Oh yeah, you had everything: heartbreak, intrigue, tears.
Poppy couldn't stop talking.
Smiles.
We had the Marine Corps. We had Mike Smith live on the text board, just showing up and coming out to talk a little Sixers.
Oh yeah.
We had our brother over there filling in for our floor girl, raffling it up. And we definitely have to go over there and make sure we give him some love. That being said, final thought.
Final thought. You take it, bud.
My final thought is, well, you know what? Since he's here live, my final thought, Ben Simmons, I hate him.
Yeah.
Almost, Joey, almost.
My final thought.
Go sit down, buddy.
Thinking, do I mix it up?
I don't know. You gonna mix it
I
up?
might mix it up. Curly fries are one of the most overrated fries in the game.
Wow. I'm gonna put the bucket hat back on if you don't cancel this out. Thanks, guys. See you soon. See you Tuesday.